This team will be so good in the new season, and that's mainly because of Seed Bomb getting a slight buff on its damage output. Not only that, but also Trevenant is gonna be the main MVP of our team. Today's content couldn't happen at all without the assistance of Tolly's World, so this is a trainer who submitted today's content, and of course this trainer is also a YouTuber for you to check out their channel. Not only they have some pretty good teams, but also this trainer is a very good battler in Go Battling, so I definitely recommend checking them out either by clicking the link in the description or just click on their name here under the title of this video. So we're just gonna keep going at it with Dugong now over that Annihilate, and they're trying to catch our Ice Wind, and the main reason we did that, I can only imagine, is because we want to protect our Trevenant from further harms, because now we know that they have a Lantern and an Annihilate, two Pokemon that are severely weak to our Grass and Ghost type Pokemon. So we're just gonna keep going at it with our moves, and before we reach now to a charge attack, we will try to go ahead and have the upper hand with our Trevenant. So look at that, we took the move. That was kind of a risky scenario because now we can farm down each other. That was quite the entertaining ending for this first battle, but I guess that if we could block there, perhaps we could have had a chance, but still I guess that the flex on this incident was much needed after all. So anyways, now let's get now into the next battle with Shadow Gligar on the switch as our clear safe switch, and we can do a little bit of extra pressure on their end, especially now that we have the shield advantage. Now they can reach to those drill runs, and you know what, this is absolutely understandable because the Ice Wind is gonna be double resisted, and of course there is no reason at all to get there since it is just gonna stall us a little bit more. So now with that Frostless coming into the game, we want to have the upper hand with our Trevenant here, and we will try to do as much damage as we can with the Shadow Claws, and before they reach to their own charge attack, we can throw our Seed Bomb. Down goes Frostlass. Now let's see how they want to respond, and the main answer for that is going to be the amazing Dugong. So Dugong here is gonna do a lot of damage with the Ice Shards, but we can hopefully survive them. All we need to do here is to go for the Seed Bomb and then the Shadow Ball, but unfortunately for us we need to throw the Seed Bomb first, and because of the debuff we cannot do a lot of damage. Now Drill Run is coming into the game. We're gonna drop them severely low at a point that we need to survive the next move, but unfortunately for us it is going to be the Shadow Ball, and down we go into the next battle now with another bad lead, this time the Lantern. Let's see how this is gonna go because our opponent is catching the dig on the flyer, and that is a Dragonite. Hopefully we can do some more pressure with our RLAs, but that catch was absolutely a mess for us. So they're just gonna get now to the Dragon Claw, a pretty good energy throw, and now we can easily farm down with our Dugong. We can expect the superpower here, but still we can survive even though we take a lot of damage. Trevenant now returns into the game, and now with Lantern coming into our faces, I guess that we can absolutely survive whatever they throw and still rely on the Shadow Ball for that Cresselia closing part. So I guess that we need to block no matter what here, completely farm down and just get to a back-to-back Seed Bomb for the Lantern. So Lantern now is gonna go for the Thunderbolt. Of course this time we're gonna block because before we let it go through and that did not end well, at least it was a draw, and now we have another move coming up. So this is gonna do a little bit of extra damage on their end, and right after we can easily farm down with our Shadow Claws. Into the next battle now with a Bastiodon up in front. Obviously this is not that great for us even though we have access to Drill Run, so we're just gonna switch out to our Gligar. Shadow Gligar is a very good Pokemon because of the Shadow bonus and can get there to those charge attacks at a fairly good pace. So now against that Charmer we can grab both of them shields out of play, and Dugong is just gonna emerge into the battle. So now Dugong can easily farm up some extra energy so that we can throw more than a drill run on that Wigglytuff to take them out, and most probably we need to throw the Icy Wind, not even the drill run, and after that we can absolutely do some extra pressure on them on that Bassodon. Hopefully they're gonna have a Razor Leafer, and that Razor Leafer is a Shadow Victory Bell, which means that now without any shields at all we can easily destroy them down with a single Shadow Ball. So the plan is simply here is to go for the Shadow Ball and then rely on our Dugong for that amazing damage output with our drill run. So Seed Bomb here is definitely gonna drop them severely low. Down we go to the Smackdown, and here comes now the lethal move since they are shieldless, and we can grab another big victory with our 2 shield flags. Into the next battle now with the Whiscash up in front, kind of a mediocre lead, but hopefully we have a very good switch since now we can easily stay in here with our Dugong and still keep our backline, especially Trevenant, against their Whiscash. Now Sludge Wave is gonna hit us for some really nice neutral damage, and you know what, we can still answer back at them with Drill Run. This is gonna connect for super effective damage, so they need obviously to block, and because they definitely have lost the energy track, they're gonna throw here the Skull to take us out. I guess that as we're getting into this new season, less and less Skull users are gonna emerge, which is mainly because of that debuff on the attacks that was reduced as a chance. So yeah, there goes that. Down they go eventually to our Aerial Ace, and now they have at the very end a Skarmory. Hopefully no Air Slash, so we can easily survive the following fast attacks, and with the shield up we can easily outspeed to the next charge attack. So here comes now the Sky attack, and since now we're both seedless, so I can expect them to switch out at some point trying to catch the South Ball on that Whiscash, but we know much better. Seed Bomb here is gonna take them out almost at least, because they can still reach to the Mud Bomb. It makes no difference at all, because even if Skarmory returns into the game, we can still get our hands on the Shadow Ball to finish them off, or at least I was hoping to. Now switching out to our Shadow Gligar for the dig and the knockout, and that's gonna be a crazy win for us. Into the next game now, trainers, with another bad lead. This time the Grass Knotter. You know what, even without Grass Knot, I think that Cresselia can still prevail against Dugong, or at least it is gonna be kind of an even scenario, because we're looking at 2 bulky Pokemon with some neutral moves throwing at each other. So here comes now on the switch Mandibuzz, and you know what, Shadow Gligar can really put up the work over here. Now Relace is gonna drop them severely low at the point that they have red on their HP bar. So down we go now to their move, and Dugong can easily return into the battle in order to completely farm down and get out of here with at least a nice win ready to go. Our opponent aggressively switches out to Cresselia because they want to see what we have on the backline, and to be fair, we're looking pretty strong over here. Now we're not gonna get our hands on the Seed Bomb, but instead on Shadow Ball to destroy them down, and we have one more Seed Bomb this time for that Poliwrath matchup. You know what, we can easily get here to another move, but I guess in order to do so we need to sacrifice all of our shields in the process. So now that we have 0 shields, we need to take extra care from that Ice Wind, and we're not gonna catch at the correct timing, so this is kind of a big bummer. Now Dugong comes into the game, we're expecting the switch. What a crazy play here by Tolly's World, and of course right after we got the Drill Run for that Poliwrath. Hopefully we can survive this move. This is gonna be extremely close, trainers, because all we needed was most probably one more fast attack, and yeah, there it goes. So we're just gonna go down in a very close battle. Into the next one now, trainers, with a Tentacruel on Shadow mode up in front. This Pokemon is always a pretty troublesome one, because even though it can resist our Ice Shards, it might take super effective damage from those Drill Runs, but at the same time it has access to Sludge Wave, which can do so much damage as you saw before. However, on Shadow Tentacruel, most of these users tend to go for Icy Wind, so I guess that we're gonna fall at some point, and yeah, we definitely go down. So now Trevenant comes into the game. Now they have 0 shields, and we can get our hands on the Shadow Ball. So our opponent opponent here, Tallest World's opponent, has definitely done some serious mistakes, but as it seems they might actually have the upper hand with the alignment. So we're just gonna go for the dig on that Shadow Whiscash, a triple Shadow team as it seems, and now their own Scald will be blocked. No debuff hopefully for our Gligar, as we're getting now closer and closer to another RLAs to finish them down. We got one shield, they have zero, but the battle is definitely not over yet. RLAs now on that poor Gligar, but as it seems we can survive the next RLAs as well if I can see from how much damage we did with our own, and as soon as we come into the game with our Trevenant, our opponent here just backs out, and Tallest World we will get another huge victory for today's content. That is gonna be all for today. Before you go, check out Tallest World's channel, subscribe to my channel if you find all this informative and you're here for the first time, or just leave a huge like before you go. Whatever you do, take care trainers, and I will see you all into the next one.